Welcome back to another episode of Sneaker Mind Was Good. I just want to let you guys know, happy April Fool's Day. Did you guys see the prank I pulled on you guys earlier? Yeah, I tried it. Trying to trick you guys. I did say I was going to start at 4:30 today, but had a lot more going on than I expected. So I was moving around town. Shouts out to the princess, Aaliyah. Yes, yes, yes. Her birthday is coming up, so we've been doing our due diligence of celebrating her birthday the whole month. That's what we do here at the Hickman family. We do birthdays over any other celebrations. We don't do too many of the traditional holidays, Easter's and Christmas and all those things. We don't do that. We don't partake in those type of holidays, but we do treat our birthdays like a holiday, and that's from um, all of us, man. From the littlest, from the youngest to the oldest, is what we do. We go hard on birthdays. But the princess' birthday is April 5th. So she had a few of her siblings in town hanging out with her this weekend. And we just, did it up, went to the symphony. Seattle Symphony is great. If you haven't took your children there, please do. If you're in the local area, nice experience, something different, um, a great vibe. They also was making kites there, playing with other symphony instruments, and really just a good time just to hang out with your family, man, especially the younger ones. Um, if I was you, I'll definitely make it a date for you guys to go out, you and your little ones, probably the whole family. It is a little bit early. We got there about an hour early, around like 10 to hang out. We're taking the festivities that they had there, and then we seen the show. And what really wasn't that long, but the biggest thing is how early it is. It's pretty early in the day, about 11 on a Saturday. So if you know you're going, just tell the kids to try to get to bed like a regular school night, so they'll be up ready in the morning, not so tired, and still have energy to enjoy the festivities. But that was great. That's what we did. And if you look by the thumbnail, you know what it is today. We're gonna go back and just really just talk about the last 3 months of 2023 and go over what's dropped already and see if we can identify what could be a good sneaker of the year for 2023 so far. Out of all the drops that we have so far. So we're gonna get into it. And first off, we can start off with what we do know, like mystery shoes or mystery drops. I couldn't find too much on this one, but it has to be the pandas, man. The pandas dropped so far since 2023. I want to say about locally 3 times out of these 3 months. I know Likelihood had a drop in January. I know Bait had a drop in January. And how they were doing it was a week for men's, a week for women's, a week for grade school, blase, a low, a high. So literally uns, unspecified, you know, documented, we can say a total of this is this is just the local stores for pandas out of the two-store Likelihood and Bait. Then you had a few finish lines dropping them. I don't know if Champs or Foot Locker did. They may have. I want to say Foot Locker did drop some too. So that was like late February for Foot Locker. Finish line was like the beginning. Sheet did a drop on them twice so far I can think of. At least because I hit on on a Chic one this year. I think for my daughter, yeah. So I hit on the Chic one for an 8. I hit on the Nike for an 8 or a 9 in men or women. I can't remember. So beginning of this year, I hit 3, 2 for the girls, a woman's size, and a man's size, I believe. And then I turned around and I hit on Chic for my son. No. I hit on Chic for one, Nike for one, for the girls. Then I turned around and I hit locally for a pair of highs at Bait. That's how it went. And I think we had all our pairs. If you go back to my video, we can go check that out too. Let's check it out now while we're up and moving. And I want to say I got those not too. Yeah, it was like February or something. Cause we did a whole day of wearing our shoes. So That's what I recall. That's what I remember. Let me see if I'm correct. But Pandas so far gets the cake. They top it off. Uh, where is it at? I just need to know the date. But that's pretty much all for the Pandas. And I haven't really gave you a rough number, but 23 views a month ago. So that was a month ago. That was in February. Yeah. So it had to be February like 15th or 16th or something. And so local stores, I give it about 5 times the Pandas drop in these the beginning of 2023, five in the first 3 months. And then on sneakers and Nike, what did it say? 2 times. I want to say once in January. Was it January? Dang, 3 times. It was once in January. It was supposed to be 3 times. I know it was once in January. Then they turned around. It was supposed to drop in February, like the 14th or somewhere around Valentine's Day. They got pushed back, and then they dropped again in March. I recall that. They just dropped on the 27th, and we'll see it when I go through the sneaker releases. And I just wanted to get this one out. That's the reason why we're talking about pandas, because if we figure out the pattern of pandas, then we'll know how it's going to happen. Because this month of March, my local store dropped a pair of women dunks the same time they dropped on Nike on the 27th. So most of the zero tier stores drop randomly on pandas and infrequently. Whenever they feel like it, they'll do a lot of women. Sometimes they'll switch it up and do some highs. And then, like right now, my local store has some all white forces. Lows going for $100, which is a deal. Man sizes all the way up to a 13. Start off at an 8. So just a heads up, if you haven't checked out the local bait store here in Seattle, go ahead and go check them out. They always got some heat, some stuff that's exclusive, and pretty much hasn't dropped. But for these first 3 months, we'll kick it off and we'll start with January. We'll look at January sneakers and things that have dropped in. And I'm going to pull this up on the screen. Give me a second. Let's share this screen right here. Share screen. Voila, bam, boom, bop, beep. So let's go back in the time. This is our time machine. This is what we're going to use it as. And we'll start off. Let's start off with Jordans. Because there's another SB Dunk that I'm having a hard time finding on the release calendar. But I do have the black pair. And I can't remember if I got them January or December, but I put them on the list because they dropped like a few times. And we can talk about them, but we'll just talk about them after I go over the Jordans. So let's go over to Jordan. We'll start off and we're jumping the gun. We're going January. And we are using House of Who ain't this House of Heat, excuse me. I'm gonna call it House of Hoops. So 2023, January. This is what we got coming out the shoot. I don't remember any dub zeros. I'm not a fan of those. No mids. These kid fours, messy rooms, if they My opinion on them was a great pair of fours. To be honest, I didn't see nothing really wrong with them. Just the fact that they were kids and didn't come in extended sizes. I thought that would be a great four if it would drop for everyone else. That was the first four of the year. I wouldn't put it up in the category of sneaker of the year because it didn't come in full family sizes or men's sizes. So I'll have to just keep that as a shoe that I admired and an honorable mention pretty much. But just the facts, if for me personally, if it doesn't come in my size, I can't put it in a sneaker of the year category. And there's a few that dropped in couple, the first couple months of 2023 that I felt that way about. A lot of girl shoes this year, and it just it took it just rubbed me the wrong way where it came from hard for me to pick sneaker of the years out of. Then we got these Jordan 7 Olives, which was a hot shoe. It was clean, but just not a candidate for sneaker of the year to me. So I passed. I also passed on those as well. And these nines, these were cool, but what killed it was the blue for me. Like if they would have kept it OG and original, these potentially could have been in the category of sneaker of the year for 2023. But I did have to pass on these because of the blue and the chill. Really wasn't I wasn't feeling it. Inside outs were solid. They remind me of the year of the rabbits, which is a little lower down, but definitely not a sneaker of the year. These were both bricks. These mids are always bricks, but this was a brick. People thought these true blues were gonna go hard and be a must cop or something crazy or something to hold on to. I passed. I'm happy I passed. I really don't like the how they did the true blue. I think the low true blues were a lot better because they used more of the true blue on it, and it just how the color blocking was just totally different. But I'm not gonna put that also passing to put that in the category. Just see these true blues right here, these lows. If the whole shoe is just cold with the great Nike sign, I think the true blue probably could have been in a candidate for sneaker of the year if it was this type of colorway. How this was the gray bottom, it just looks a lot more cleaner than the highs. And we'll check out the highs one more time. This the blue Nike sign to me is throwing it off. They still had the gray bottom. If they would have put the blue on the back and the gray Nike sign, I think that would have been a hotter shoe personally. Like the lows is I like the how it's blocked up, but not both of them not a candidate. These fives would have been also a women's shoe, so I didn't put them in my category for sneaker of the year, or didn't make the cut for that reason. Dub zeros never. 23s are they're okay. And another two pair of gray schools that I thought were brilliant and nice colorways, and you know, just something different that you see on silhouette of a seven. I really do like that leather mixed with the suede for a kid pair of shoes. Nice way, and they really do look good. Thinking about probably picking them up for Aaliyah. Those would probably be a nice little Jordan for her, but I found that she likes Crocs a lot and slip-ons and doing things like that. So I copped her a pair of Crocs already. I'll show you guys those a little bit later, just to show you guys just how the kids is rocking for their birthday, what they got heat on their feet. And these threes, brilliant colorway. I like how they did that. Um, my sister-in-law got a pair, and they look good on women's feet. I really like those threes, but both of these are not no sneaker of the year for me. Couldn't put them on the list. Definitely pass. Now here we go. Now you've seen the other pair of inside outs. Now we have these. You're the rabbits, which I can say you can potentially put these on sneaker of the year. But once again, these were not able to get in hand. I don't think anyone locally had them in hand. I want to say there was like 5,000 pair at the most. A very limited shoe. I can say, yeah, I would put these on sneaker of the year in category, probably in the top 15, probably somewhere like that. But for January, this was the first pair that was a candidate sneaker of the year out of everything that dropped. And these dropped on the 27th. So out of everything that dropped, looking back at it, I mean, women's shoes are not, these will be up there by far. Just because the rareness of them, there only was 5,000 made. The texture, what they use, the suede, the different type of bunny type hair laces. So they did their thing on those. And that was for the month of January. We got one candidate for sneaker of the year out of the first month, and that'll be the year of the rabbits. So let's go ahead and go into February and see what Jordan Brand dropped that is potentially a sneaker of the year candidate. And I can tell you right now, February has some heat. I can tell you that right now. February was heating up because we all was sleeping like, when is it gonna heat up? Like January was just slow. We thought we was gonna get the year of the rabbits. We didn't get those. Um, Rumors had it that they were supposed to drop on the U.S. and they didn't. So people were just holding on to a lot of money and picking up SBs. And like I said, in January there was those drops of the panda, so people were just cleaning up, going back. I know. I think I reached back for something. I just can't remember. It wasn't that month, the month before, but on undefeated, I think I picked up a pair of dunks or something that I doubled back to go grab. But that being said, it started rolling out kind of creepy to me because a lot of the uh, Jordan start dropping in golf and then turn around and drop regular. So I think I had an example of this for the February, the high joints. I'll show you those a little later. But I did have to cop these, the Lucky Greens. I think these will be good in the pack, the Lucky Green pack. That will make it a potential sneaker of the year or be a candidate if you had the whole pack. But by itself, I don't think people will appreciate these in a top contender sneaker of the year. But I can go ahead and say I would put it in my top 15 for me. So the twos was the second potential sneaker of the year candidate. I would put it like on a bracket or something. These will be up on there, most definitely. And if and when I do get the ones to put the Lucky Green package together, I would be doing that. Green is a green year. That's all I can tell you. It really is a green year. These five Aqua Fives, I believe, was a bust. These didn't do well. Not a sneaker of the year candidate. These also didn't do well. This was the first collab that we had, the Union and Air Jordan collab, which was sought for. A lot of people wanted them, and they sold out. They didn't sit on shelves or nothing like that. They had two different colorways, but it just wasn't a shoe for me. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about. They had the Air Jordan 1 High Golfs Pandas, 85s. These still are highs like 85s, but they wasn't the OG 85s. So that threw me off. I thought they dropped twice when I seen it. But these are actually the golf pair, and then a little bit later they dropped the 85 high pair. These CMFTs really wasn't feeling them. Not my type of silhouette anyway in a one. And here we go. This would have been, like I said, another women's shoe. We can count for the first 2 months. We had at least 3 pair of women's shoes that were fire and could be potentially sneaker of the year. For the ladies, I know they probably put these both in their category, all three of these shoes, and this one had to be number one. Just the color of it with that foam type sea foam colorway with the olive, like it just with the black, it just go crazy. So I really was had my eyes on these. I really wish I could have been able to get extended size or something like that, but had to pass on them. They wasn't my size, but a nice shoe, nice colorway. I enjoyed that one, and it could have been sneaker, uh, at least a top five candidate for me if I was able to get a pair of my size. Now we move on to what people were going crazy for. These were the Concord patent leather, the low ones and the mids. A lot of people was getting these. A lot of people were setting up resellers to go get pairs while they were still sitting on shelves, which didn't make sense to me. But to each its own. This is how people really get on and get what they want out of trading and buying. And then we had the DJ Khaled's drop in February. Um, they dropped a few different colorways, but they dropped them on the 9th of February. And then right after the crafts, I'm not putting these DJ Khaled's on there, even though it's a collab in the hype. It was the first hype that we had. They just was bust to me. All colorways. The only ones I really liked, that was the friend and family one, was the purple ones and the teal ones. Those were the fire ones of the fives, the DJ Khaled's. But most people would probably put these on their category, but I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and go pass on the five DJ Khaled's, and I'll put at least top seven. I'm throwing the Air Jordan Craft SEs just because of how the material is, the time that they took into it. Um, they didn't rush anything. The cages is all the same. The stuff is just how it is. But the crafts, I still got some on ice. I have to go pick up. I'll be purchasing those really soon and give you guys an unfilled review and unboxing. But I seen them up in close and personal in hand, and I really like them. I like how the cage is different. Just the difference of it. It's like a grown shoe, and I can appreciate a grown shoe, grown man shoe. Now, what do we got? We got two candidates so far. We got the fours, and what else do we have before the fours? What else do we have before the Jordan fours? Oh yeah, we had the twos. So twos, the fours. What else? Not those. Not the unions. What were they? My bad, guys. The twos. So I got the twos up there, the crafts, and the year the rabbit so far on my sneaker of the year so far. And no exact category, just at least in the top 15. Then you got the pandas that dropped on the 14th, which I believe, yeah. So they pushed them back because they didn't want to drop them the same time as these uh, Air Jordan 185 pandas, which is the official 85 way, not the golf way. And cool shoes, 'cause I like pandas. They're cool, but I got the mids already or the highs pandas, so I like those instead. Then you got the reverse lanies, um, women's only. I just seen these at the mall sitting. Definitely not a candidate for me in sneaker of the year. And then we got the playoffs. First of all, we got the Knicks Weedy joints. A lot of people enjoyed these, but they're mids. I'm not really into any mids once at all, but the fact they're mids just killed it for me. And then the playoffs. Oh, yes. Had to put these on. These are the OG bad boys. These were just look like the OGs. It was hard for me to stop wearing mine all the time because just how comfortable they are and the look of them is just exquisite. I like these a lot. The leather quality, the red at the bottom. Yeah, these are on my top five by far. 13 playoffs. Fire shoe. Then I think that was it. Really nothing else that dropped. The crafts were nice, but another woman's shoe. Um, couldn't get into them, so I couldn't really put them on my list. I passed on these ones. I really don't like the ones, but these Dornbeckers will probably be on a lot of people's lists. Then the sixes. Nice type of shoe, but just wasn't feeling the vibes on those. Colorway wasn't really it. Now, on to March, the month that we're in right now. Then we'll go over some Nikes, and then we'll just end it for the night. I appreciate you guys showing up and hanging out with me on this recap of the sneaker of the years for the first 3 months, seeing if we can identify any shoes that we can put on a bracket, put on a category, or just talk about and enjoy what has dropped so far. Now we're in the month of March. We'll go through this month pretty quick. There wasn't that much stuff that really dropped other than these bad boys right here. Alma Maniers. They had a few drops. They had a drop on their website, which was towards the end of the month. And then this was an official drop on the Nike app and sneakers app. So that was the major drop. I had the pair. If they were my size, I probably would have kept them and been rocking them. But I had to get rid of a pair of 3.5s in the black and man, which I couldn't do nothing with. I couldn't put nothing in them, no foot. So I just went ahead along and just sold them. Try to get my return. They didn't give it to me, so I sold them to a reseller for retail, and that's cool. I didn't want to make a few bucks off of them because it was something I was going to put on toe if they were my size. But the black pair, white pair, both of them, I can say I'll put them in top 15, probably top 10. Um, I would have been more happier with them if they were my size, the black pair at that, just because I know the red and white pair of original 12s are coming out. So I didn't want to get two pair of white shoes with a different color blocking. I just said, let me get something with a whole different color blocking instead of the white with the red and the white with the burgundy. That's just not my style. A bunch of mids and lows, Jordan ones, and then we had the fives. The fives, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and put those up on my top 10. UNC colorway. I like the black tab with the red. Very comfortable shoe. The suede, the quality. They took their time and they did their thing. I advise you if you do have these, spray them. I wore them to Vegas and I had a great time, and the fit was on point. Then what else we got? We got some mids, and then we got the UNCs to Chicago's. I believe these are hard, a nice shoe, especially a Jordan 2, one of my favorites. But once again, they went around and made it for women's only, so they didn't come in standard sizes, and they've been sitting on shelves right now. So Jordan got to learn to give the man what we want. Even if you just make extended sizes for the first hour or first few minutes of the drop or something and go back to women's. But I know you guys are capable of making them, and I think you guys will get more sales if you do, because a lot of the OGs and the Bigfoot cats do like those. The split Jordan ones, I really didn't care for too much. The Panda version, something different, but just not me. I wouldn't have got them. They wasn't a must cop, I should say. And then from there on the 10th, we had the reimagined threes, Air Jordan threes. And I know for a fact everybody wanted these, are going to put these on their sneaker of the year. These are skyrocketing right now. It's a great shoe. Took these down to Vegas for the first time and DS them. and they were amazing. Walking around there, nice, comfortable shoe to me. I do put this on my top five sneaker of the year. Great shoe, and it is an addition to my package of my Chicago twos and my Chicago threes. I'm not caring too much of the ones, and I'll probably get me a pair of Chicago fours here soon. But these a must cop. Put in your vote. Get them now while you can before the prices go up to crazy, astronomical prices just by the movie sale tickets and different things you're telling me. But Jordan threes must cop in your collection. Reimagines at that can't go wrong. Now we got these Jordan twos, the crafts, good shoe. Just wish they had a better colorway. I like the silhouette a lot. I like the lows. Got a few pair of the lows myself, but hey, we got the next one, and it is. You see how they did them back to back? Got the threes, and then we got the fours, the pine green SB fours, which I know for a fact this is gonna be top three for some people, and I would too. I'll put it at least my top two, top three sneaker of the year so far out of the last 3 months. These skyrock. These possibly can be number one for me. I don't have a pair. I've been waiting to get some stuff to trade bait and try to get me a trade for these, but these are on my radar of a must cop of a sneaker that I need to go back, double back on, and see if I can get these in the vote and on feet. Cause you know me, when I get stuff, I'm definitely wearing them. But these are a beauty, and I think that'll be it for March all the way for sneakers for the Jordan so far. And I'm telling you, man, I'm putting these at top one just because these are some fire shoes. Um, it'll go one for those. It'll go about a three or so for the Jordan threes, and then what else we got? We got the playoffs, and then we got the crafts, and then you got the I forget what else we got. I think that's it. The crafts, playoffs. Oh yeah, Alma Veneers. So we got that for so far on the Jordan side. Now let's go back and check sneakers. We'll work our way backwards and we'll check out all the sneaker drops. And we'll narrow it down because if they don't show the Brick and Woods drop too, those are New Balances. I would put those up on a, let's start off with January. I would put those on the calendar for a potential sneaker of the year just because how the colorway is. And I like how their fur is that they use on theirs as well. Fur laces like rabbit hair type deal. But those are a nice pair of shoes. If you haven't got a pair already, I advise you'll get a pair of 960s. I got the 960s New Balances Brick and Woods. These bad boys right here, very comfortable. I don't got this colorway. I got the Brick and Wood colorway. I wonder if we'll be able to see them. Good, comfortable shoe. Go check them out. What else we got? Oh, we have some dunks. Oh, we got the plaid dunks. So in February, the plaid dunks did drop. I did cop those. Nice, easy to wear. Then you had the green pair too for the LeBron sevens. Nice little drop. That probably could be a candidate. Inside out. Let's see the Tree Blues. Looking for Nikes, Ducks or something. I want to say the one Nike Dunks, the Wolf Graders. Oh yeah, the bagel joints. So the Montreals definitely I'll put up there. I like them. I like the material. I like the concept. Great shoe. I'll put them on top probably 10. Slam Jams was a nice concept too as well. Um, but they're probably top 20 for me, top 15. Wouldn't put them in the top 12. And then these plaid dunks, I'll put them in the top 10 as well. I like them a lot. They go with everything to me. I like dressing up and wearing that plaid type of stuff. And those colors remind me of the Seahawks. I mean the Sonics. The red, green, and got put those some yellow laces or however you want to do it. But I like the colorway. I got them in a vote myself, and top 10 it is. January didn't really have too much to go crazy about personally. Uh, yeah, don't see too much of nothing. A bunch of other New Balances, bunch of dunk colorways that dropped. So it was a good beginning of the year. I'm not gonna lie, they took care of us. Just there they go, bricks and woods. Got these. I'm putting these on there top 10. Just just because, man, how they did these. It reflects. It's a nice shoe, man. They really took their time on that. Top 10 for me. What else we got? Those beaded forces were cool. I just wouldn't have put them on a category. So that was January. Had a good run for January. About four pair of shoes out of there. Get to the next one. A lot of New Balances. Hey, New Balances just be dropping like hotcakes every time, everywhere. I think Bricks and Woods. I think that was it. Let's get to February, real quick. Keep this on the road, and this helps you guys see what to double back for, resale value, or if you like something and you didn't know if other people liked it or you was trying to stay with the wave. I do control the wave, and if you want any type of drip or try to get some sauce, just reach out to me, and we can have uh, a quick assessment and just go over what you need and how payment and all that stuff goes out. But reach out to me if you do need my assistance. These undefeated forces dropped last year, but they've been dropping randomly. I would say I'll put these somewhere as a pack, like I said to you about the Lucky Green. As a pack, these will go crazy, and I would put them on at least top 15 as a pack. The threes, fives, Iversons, Unions. Oh yeah, Valentine Day forces or the Valentine Day dunks. I will put them up there. Um, Pink Paisleys, nah, pass on those because they're women's. But the Valentine's Day dunk, I wish I would have got me a pair. But those are these dropped the same day locally. They didn't have my size in these anymore. When it was my turn, they sold out. I was able to pick these up. My Tom Sachs, I finally got a pair. Due to what he's been going through and all the allegations, I'll still put a pair of Tom Sachs on my top. 15 just because these are some good shoes, very durable, very comfortable. And for the dunks, Valentine's Day dunks, I'll have to say I put them on top 10. You know, they're solid color, and the colorway that they did it, or the color blocking, is solid. Like they did their thing. And then what else? I think that's it pretty much. That's it for this month. That February? Let's see. Got a few more down here. The bronze was cool. Forces, Paisleys. I think that was it. Oh, Crafts, seeing them. Any more dunks? These hard dunks was cool, but another woman shoe. And there's Brazil, reverse Brazils. I put probably top 15 that would be on the list because they're reverse Brazils. Not mad at them. Seen them in person. They're real good, but I passed up on them. They were sitting for a while too. So congratulations for anybody that did hit on those. What do we got here? Let's see. Got the airs. More kid dunks. We got some Reeboks. I liked it these. They've been sending these Phantoms, but they needed to make a pair of lows. They didn't make lows. They were fortunate instead. But a pair of lows would have been nice in those. Let's see. Oh, SB Adobe's Fire Shoe. Also passed up on them. Should have went to secure a pair of these. Like how those look. What else? SBs. Then you got the black and white SB gun bottoms. I'm gonna show you the Wolf Gray gun bottoms. I believe those dropped in February as well. Where's the Wolf Gray? And that came in a package. Came in a white and black, and the black and white gun bottoms, along with the Wolf Grays, and they dropped. And I put the whole pack on there, probably top 10 for SBDs. And it came with the white, so all white with the black Nike sign, and all black with the white Nike sign. That's the only ones I secured at a skate shop was the all black with the white Nike sign. I need both of these two pair. Still trying to build something to trade for these and do get some trade bait and see if I can secure the full package of those. Along with the Adobes I put in there just for honorable mention. But as a pack of all those, top 10 guaranteed. I mean, I wouldn't put them on one by one. Maybe the gray one could compete and be at least a top 10, but nothing higher than that, to be honest. What else? That's it. I don't see any more. I mean, ambushes could be honorable mentions, probably top 15s. I like the black pair with the white Nike sign. So that's that for February. I hope you guys are taking notes so we can go over this a little bit later. We'll probably revisit this uh, next week. Let's probably visit this on Wednesday or Thursday and just play the video, go over it, and see what we got. Write some notes down, and try to come with a bracket, like I'm saying, so we can get ahead of the curve and know what we're gonna vote for and put on these sneaker of the year catalogs. So where are we at with it? So we are in, I believe, February. Now we're headed to March. Yep, let's go to March, and then we'll wrap it up here, man. And like I said, I'll catch you guys a little bit later uh, during next week, and we'll see what we're copping and see what we're going for. But March had a few things, some heat and Nike as well. One of them is going to be a SB, and this was closer to the end of the month. Those dunks are solid. Tell me, guys, would you guys put the Virgils on there? These off-white mid pine greens. I was thinking about going for them, but I ended up passing because I had another pair of mids already. But I kind of like this green, man. This green's nice. Airmo City stuff. But these, I'll put top 15. No disrespect to Virgil, but like I said, I already had a pair of mids, so probably put them right there. 12s. What else we got? What else? New Balances wasn't bad. Joe Frescas or something. I don't know what those are. Protection pack. Those are cool. Right, top 15. Foam Paldies, top 15. It's a collab. I'm in there or somebody in Foam Posit. Another shoe that's a woman's. The LeBron leather pools. Pass Air Max ones. Do it. Go Bullets. No. Tiffany and Coles. Didn't get a pair like the colorway. Good material. I'll say for the hype and everything it come with, probably top 10. Top 10. Top 10 sneaker of the year. I couldn't put it top 5. I got some other things ahead of it that I actually went for that I actually got for the toe. So I had to do top 10. Something lower. Nothing too high. And then the industrials. I did get both of these. I like the industrial dunks. I have to put these top 10 as well because I got the package and I put them together. It wouldn't be like 9 and 10, but great shoes. I like the canvas look. And these two, I forget if these Miami Dolphins were men, but I'll say those are top 15. I know the other joints were women. What else we got? These Air Max 1 Shimmy Shim. I didn't like them, but people will put those up there. I can tell. I didn't see these high electrics. I would have got those if I did. I like lime green, but since I didn't see them, I couldn't put them. I'm not gonna put them in no category. Got the threes. What else we got? Fade. Hot pink. The fuchsias I picked up for petty sneakers, so I had to put those on there. Probably top 15. They're a fire shoe, and they're a U shoe. Um, those orange dunks is fire. Didn't even know they dropped. Um, what else we got? LeBron won first games. I think those could be a top 15. To be honest, I like these a lot, especially when the colorways start coming out, rolling out different ones. These mids I kind of like. I'll go for the panda ones over anything. Top 15. There they go. SBs, lows. These bad boys are up there. Got them in hand, seen them. Remind me of some Seahawk old school colorway. I'll put these at top 10, but top five. Oh, like a seven. These might be a top, yeah, like a seven. Fire shoe, fire shoe. Might be bringing them out soon, so stay tuned. See them on feet, but they are a fire shoe. Take your time with those. What else? Oh, phones. I think that was it. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. These are fire too. These just dropped. These New Balance. I like that colorway, but I'm trying to stay away from the pink. But thank you guys, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for showing up. Happy April Fools to you guys. I hope you're enjoying your loved ones and your family. And you guys all know the motto: we win some, we lose some, but we live. We live to cop another day. Congratulations to everybody that hit on the low 11s, the patent leather lows. Great colorway. Seen them in person. They look good, but definitely had the hard pass. And I don't believe I'll be putting those on the category as well, just because how the store is pretty much, and they don't feel like you're. Yeah, they just don't feel like it. But I'm out. You guys be careful and just have fun tonight, and make sure you're enjoying it with your loved ones. And I'll be back with you guys later on this week coming up, and we'll kick it off with a bang. I know we got the movie Air coming out, so I hope you guys got your tickets. They're giving out a bunch of free tickets everywhere. If you don't have any, please inbox me, let me know. I'll send you the link to get you a pair of tickets. And that'll be later on this week. We'll be going to go see um, a movie for Aaliyah's birthday party. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. You guys be good.